Here is something I want to talk about, and that's something called the spirituality machine. It is 100% real. What exactly do I mean by this? Well, the spirituality machine is the environment around you that makes you bigger than what you really are. So, everyone who has a good in this reality, and I'm also talking about your DR cells as well, that are living their best life in other realities. They are that way because of the environment around them. They grew up with a good life, were raised by a good and functional family, and they always had good influences, pushing them in the right direction. They overall get good treatment. I know tons of people like this, and honestly, I'm happy for them. But here's where I'm going to be truthful. There are some people who were born in a shitty environment. They were born in a not so good family, have no one to point them in the right direction, and have to manifest everything from the ground up. Sure, they will eventually have a good they will have a good of a life as the person who was born with good conditions, but it will take them forever and they have to spend years of fighting. I know this all too well. I have nothing but major respect for the ones who have to scratch and claw, and so should you. I relate to this so much. But yeah, this is also the main reason as to why people want to shift to a reality where they have it all, me included, because nothing beats being born with good conditions since birth, because you can enjoy all of your life stages that way, all the way from when you were a baby all the way to adulthood. Once again, this validates what I said earlier. The version of us in the reality we want to shift to is the version of us that has our desired life. But like I said, the reason why they are like that is because they grew up good. They had good conditions in their reality. However, without the good conditions, everyone here living their dream life and our DR selves would be exposed if they didn't have it. They would spend years and years suffering like most of us. Because let me ask you this. If your DR self didn't have what you wanted, would you still want to shift to that reality? I assume the answer is no. There are infinite amount of yous suffering and infinite yous living their best life. Which of course, we all want the best of the best, but at the same time, you can't stop infinity. Although things may seem hard for you right now, just remember it can always be worse. Everything in every reality is connected. Some things I've experienced where Some things I've experienced were manifesting things in my CR intuitively and synchronizations while trying to shift to my DR. In fact, reality shifting in general made me the powerful motherfucker I am today. I am a product of the machine, of of the spirituality machine, because my consciousness is enhanced, which made me act different ways subconsciously, which is why I'm a good decision maker, and I go about situations differently than before. Having the realization that reality is just computer based and a illusion makes me not identify with whatever I'm going through. In fact, reality shifting and the multiverse cured my depression and is the reason why I'm never sad anymore nowadays from stupid shit that goes on in this reality. In fact, it helped me so much to where I started a YouTube channel. Shifting is the reason why this channel exists, literally. I gained so much knowledge and now I'm even giving tips on how to help people go to their DR. I'm honestly so thankful. Once again, the machine, man, it is 100% real. I'm really just not taking anything for granted. I treat every day here like it's my last. To one, get my subconscious to believe it, and two, realizing this place, despite its problems, is the reason why I'm able to go back home, to my true home. No, this isn't quote unquote attachment. That's called high vibration energy. There's no way you can be attached, quote unquote, to your CR unless you are the one that believes it. If you are going to your DR, I know you all, which I know you all are, you're gonna go to it regardless. Don't get me wrong, I don't play around, and I'm objective. I call out BS when I see it, but at the same time, I'm not voluntarily making this channel a fake CR hate channel. When I'm putting my foot down, I come with facts and evidence. But once again, the only reason why I'm like this is my knowledge of shifting. The machine is real. And some of the things from my DR that intuitively have manifested here made me leapfrog so many people I was envious of prior to this era of my life. I give all credit to my DR and not here. This wouldn't be the case if I wasn't doing this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say Rockstar makes a game, right? But they go out of business before the game can release, and EA buys the game. The game is released, and it's known as the best game ever. However, we know for sure it's not EA's game, it's Rockstar's game with EA's name on it. Same thing with your DR. Your DR is Rockstar, and your fake CR is EA. See what I mean? Shit. Even I believe sometimes that my CR is better subconsciously, but at the same time I realize it didn't come from the CR itself. That's the only big thing that makes my DR win my heart over. It's all the things I have in my DR that actually came from my DR, from the heart. I know in my DR I won't have shackles when it comes to manifesting because the environment I'm around in the machine, in the environment there, will make my life a good life regardless. Like Einstein said, everything is energy. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get that reality. So even he would co sign this. No one is quote unquote better than you, or you're not good enough, quote unquote. The people that you are envious of, and trust me, I've been there, they are just products of the machine. And this reality just happened to be the one for them. Doesn't make you any less of anybody. Example I'm gonna give are my two friends, Kira and Lauren. They are parts of the machine as well. And everything in this life is good for them. I'm happy for them. However, they are infinite versions of them too, who want a permashift to their life and to their reality. This place is their DR. While the current them is just shifting as a hobby. Oh yeah, for sure. There are other versions of them that got the same aspirations, like you and I. Your DR self is part of the machine, too. Even mine. I love you guys and all, but stop with the self-doubt, man. You are one step away from immortality now. I know how badly you want to shift, and you are. And there are infinite amount of yous trying to do the same thing. If you quit, you prevent yourself from going to your DR, while the other you is ready to leapfrog your ass and make it before you. That's it, I'm out. But no, actually, I'm not out yet. But the final thing I want to tell you guys is at the end of the day, really, it's your decision on whether or not if you want to keep going on your journey, whether or not if you want to keep pushing to have the dream life that you want. But I'm only here to guide you. But at the end of the day, You hold the keys. So that other you right there that's also wanting to do the same thing as you, which is shifting. They're gonna be better than you are, and then they're gonna make it to their DR. So do you want to be on their level, or do you want to be one of the variants that quit? That's really a decision for you to make. And I'll always have your guys' interests. But at the same time, you guys make the decisions on what you want to do. That's it. I'm actually out this time.